Okay. So what am I seeing on ETH? Here's why I think that the bottom is near. So I had done this analysis on Ethereum, trying to figure out when are we going to bottom out after this huge liquidation event that we had on February 2nd, okay? Because we're trying to time this ETH trade fantastically once ETH BTC starts pumping back to the upside. So the last time we had a big capitulation on ETH was on August 5th when we had that nuke from Bank of Japan, right? Japan liquidating themselves. So if we take a look at a couple of indicators here, let's do the RSI, right? You had this capitulation on ETH. Clear, very oversold territory. So you get this capitulation on ETH. You see this RSI bottom out, right? And so I said, all right, well, how much time went by between this capitulation and the fill of the wick? 32 days, and then to the high, 19. Okay, to the next high before we came back down and filled the wick. Okay, let's do the same on our current move. Look at that. 19 days to set the local high, 20 days to set the local high from this recent capitulation. Okay, now it wasn't necessarily a full capitulation, unfortunately, for us, because that's why I think it was going to come down lower at about 1750. The only issue was we didn't come down into this oversold territory this time on this liquidation down. This we did get oversold. It was a full capitulation. We didn't get a full capitulation on this side. But at least from the wick down to the local high, we had 19 days and then 20 days over here. So what logically would be the next move? Well, we had drawn this out before we even made this move down here, right? So I said, from here, from the local high, how much longer until we set the low? It took us 13 days to set the local low before we made this run back up from $22,060 all the way up to $4,100. Okay, let's draw that over here. So from the top, 14, 15 days. 13 days would be right there. 14 would be right here. Think about that. Look at this. It's playing out perfectly. Look how this is playing out. So what I'm thinking is going to happen on ETH, right, is because we had timed it out with the GLI. I'm gonna put this all back together, okay? Jeff Mitchell. There's a small group that can do math. There's an even smaller group who can explain it, but those who can do both become millionaires. Well, makes sense because I fall in that camp. So let's see here. So we had this move from the upside to the downside. Technically, we should be bottoming on ETH if we do it in the same time period as last time. We should be bottoming on ETH on March 9th, which could play out because look at something like this. Now, why would I expect a bottom at 17.5? Because we need that final capitulation on ETH. Okay, I know it doesn't sound good. I know people are scared of it. They're worried that it happens. But if we get this capitulation here on ETH, we're going to get this move right here. Or we get the RSI to come into oversold territory. You see that? Which would then be confluent with over here, right? Look at this, right? So you get this RSI to bottom here. Okay, that's this move. Come here, then it pops back up, comes all the way back down and capitulates. Here, we got that first move where we hit the bottom of the range on the RSI. We pop back up, just like over here. We pop back up. And then we want to capitulate now and come down into oversold territory, which would take us down to where? This 1750 level we've been talking about on ETH. That's why this, to me, is the bottom. We get that 1750. That's max bid, max fucking full port, everything ETH, buy boys club, etc. That's full port. It's possible that we don't actually get the 1750. It is possible. They could save it. They could keep it in this macro range from this cycle. The macro range on ETH from this cycle is from the top here which is $4,100, right? We hit it once, twice, 3 times rejected at the top of the range. And then the bottom of the range being here 1, 2, 3 times basically. We hit the bottom of the range as well. So it is possible that we hold this 22,065 level and start ranging back up and then break out into price discovery up over 5,000 from back here. So those are the two scenarios. We either hold this $2,000 mark, or as I'm predicting, this final capitulation on ETH down to 1750 before we start pumping back up. Okay? My sound is glitching. What the fuck? Gentlemen, tell me, am I good? Corey, am I good? How's it sound? We got a ton of people watching on X. We got over 42 live viewers, so that's good. Is my sound good? Can you guys hear this? Corey, give me a thumbs up. Okay, because I'm giving fucking game right now. My sound's glitching. That's atrocious. It kept going in and out. Is it good now though? Tell me if it's good now. Okay. I'm going to assume it's fine. So, yeah, it might be you, Harry. Might be you, Harry. So, anyways, this is what I'm seeing on ETH. Okay, final capitulation or we hold here. We'll see. Very simple. One or the other. Okay, we don't have to overcomplicate it. Either way, ETH hits the bottom of this $2,000, this bottom of this range. I'm accumulating here, but not with all my money. If we get to 1750, full port. I'm in. Okay. So why is this timing matching up perfectly? Stay with me now, everybody. Stay with me. Okay, stay with me now. So we've been talking about the GLI. We've been talking about the TGA and all this liquidity about to flood into markets. Okay, good. On ETH, these capitulations are timing up almost perfectly. Here, 19 days from the wick down to the local high. 20 days from the wick down to the local high. 13 down to set the local low. We still have 1 or 2 days left to set the local low here. Beautiful. Okay.